If you are enjoying the story so far and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Chragan War. Their name and link are in the description below.
The elves followed the trail of several creatures to a camp of other monsters, who were, apparently, jeering down a hole in the ground, just before the elves attacked. It is both Del and Varin's hopes that they will find the valuable magic resource known as diamonds, either in the camp or in the hole in the stony ground. Now let's get into it. Welcome back to the Land of the Hunter. It is 11 in the morning of the 64th day since encountering the hobgoblins. The land here is primarily stone and sand, with plateaus, chasms, petrified trees, occasional caves and deadly heat, and liquefied materials exuded through the crust of the earth. Noted, Adran, that you're still recovering from coughing, so you're going to be doing a lot of texting. That's alright. Some quick status updates. Del has been freed from the webs and the restrained condition by virtue of the revenant of the hobgoblin casting web anew on Thía, who is not yet restrained, but on her turn will have to make a saving throw. Del and Varin find themselves confronted by the last of the goblin force and a giant leader, who has, unaware, stepped into Varin's spike growth spell. While Thía is concentrating on the haste spell from her charm and has until round 12, unless it ends early. Adran is concentrating on expeditious retreat, which I believe ends round 16, but I could be wrong, because neither of us remember which round exactly he cast it in. Indeed. Despite me stating so clearly to write it down. But there you go. While he rides Crutches, a giant spider, toward a crowd of hellhounds imprisoned within a bead of force until Thea's turn on round 11. And as a reminder, while riding the spider, Adran, you cannot hold both shield and sword while maintaining control of your arachnid mount. Yes, I am aware that you've currently got your bow in hand. I'm talking about for future reference. If you want to use your shield and sword together, then you will not be able to control your mount at the same time. Cool. And we're running into a slight slowdown as I'm trying to move us to the battle map. Hopefully this won't cause any issues. Woohoo! It does not seem to have caused us any issues. Okay, yes, it is recording, and I'm triple checking. Yes, okay. Alrighty. I was asking you, Thía, how do you like the representation of the web effect that you're currently standing in?
I like it. It looks cool.
Cool. I had some extra time, and I thought, why not? Alright, so we are in the top of round 8, and we're kicking off straight into Varin's turn, who cast Spike Growth, I believe on this previous turn, round 7. Let's see, Varin, I don't recall if I put my sling away previously or not. I'm going to assume that I did not. Adran is coughing out a lung. I see one creature that is likely going to die fairly quickly, that two-headed dog. One creature that won't die without specific causes. And one really big threat of a problem. But I also see what happened there. One of the goblins apparently decided to move south into its neighbor's space. Odd. Don't know how that happened. Yeah, I see a bunch of goblins that look like a potential problem. I wasn't thinking of doing this previously, but now that I look at it, that looks like a great opportunity to spend a lot of ammunition. I am shocked. Yeah, I can catch the giant and all the goblins and at least the trailing hound with 2 heads. Let's snap this to corners. I'm just going to check real quick and see if anyone's actually obstructed from my line of vision. Ordinarily I would say that has cover, but that doesn't apply, thanks to sharpshooter. I would say at most, the back bottom left corner has at least potentially some form of obstruction, but that is easily solved.
Well,
There.
isn't that already solved by sharpshooter?
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a line of sight issue than cover, so I'm just moving myself up to where I have a really unobstructed view. Yeah. Alright, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 shots? Good grief. So let's move this over. I'm going to start with targeting, not tightening. I don't even know what word that's supposed to be. That big giant. Let's see, so sling. Come on, what the? Okay, that's the shot expended. And I left sharpshooter on. And did not include foxes there. I was not going to do that. Oops. Well, I left it on. Where's my mouse? There it is. So that is a 10 to hit, which, that does not hit. So that is one shot gone way wide. And now I'm going to turn sharpshooter off. Belatedly. I'm going to target one of those wounded goblins behind the giant. And Colossus Slayer if I hit. I see that he's carrying a shield, so I'm not going to use... Yeah, Giant 1, Varin 0. And I did see that Varin, as he approaches the sphere containing the Hellhounds, is muttering to himself, "The itsy bitsy spider fought all the goblins off. Down came their swords, and he knocked them all around." Which doesn't rhyme, but it's very sing-songy.
I was thinking more of a bowling for buzzards type scene.
So that's a 20 to hit and 10 damage. The guy had 2 hit points left and drops. And what's going on here? There we go. Might help if I targeted the right pool of hit points. Adran laughs for no apparent reason because he cannot see what's happening. So that's one person down. I'm going to target the other wounded fellow right now, right there. No Colossus Slayer. Go away, Colossus Slayer. You have served me well, but go away. Stone spent, sling away. A 24 to hit. Yes, that'll hit. The guy had 1 hit point left, and he takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage. That seems unfair, honestly.
No kill like overkill.
Right? You would know. Sharpshooter and sneak attack. Good grief. Alright, I'm going to target the 2-headed dog next, who is unwounded, and being ridden and controlled. Overkill. So, sling. Stone spent. A 14 to hit is actually a surprisingly hit. For only 8 damage. Watch that health bar if you can see it. Oh, there you go. Little thing there. I'm going to target the one to the north and then one to the south of the ridden 2-headed dog. So first one to the north. Am I going to have slingstones left after this turn? I get a 17 to hit, which I gotta double check the armor class. That is a glancing blow for 4 damage instead of 8. Ouch. Next one to the south. Once I figure out which character sheet I'm actually supposed to open. Sling away. I've got a lot on my 2 different screens. It can be a little confusing sometimes. 23 is a definite hit for 8 damage. So the goblin is chanting as he marches, and the stone goes down his throat. As he dies. Hey look, he caught it. And then I'm going to target the riding goblin. Sling. Up, nat 1. Complete miss, whiffed it. Blast. The one to the northeast of the, northwest of the 2-headed dog. 27 to hit, and the stone cracked them right on the bridge of the nose, directly between the eyes. He never saw it coming. And he'll never see another one coming. Sling and a hit. The one immediately south of the one that just died. Excuse me. I'm quickly running out of sling stones. I crit. For 10 damage. I'm beginning to question the wisdom of having cast spike growth. This guy to the south is my next target. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Volley is insane. 17 is a glancing blow for 5 damage. Guy immediately behind the one I just wounded. Can you imagine what this must look like? Just all these different stones just blurring through the air. Like a crowd of...
I think it was more like you slash a small hole in a pouch of stones and just launch the whole bag.
I was going to say, it must be like a cloud of mosquitoes just descending upon them. Varin 5, Goblins -5. 27 to hit for 6. And he has to make a Constitution saving throw. Thea, please roll me 1d20.
Did that wrong.
How dare you? Drum roll, please. Yep, he survived. Blast him. Guy immediately north of him. I have almost entirely spent my second pouch of slingstones. A 14 is a complete miss. So, final goblin target. So when I started this round, I think I had 18 slingstones. That's another glancing blow for 5 hit points. I now have like, how many do I have? Ow. I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I had 17 slingstones, and I now have 4 in that pouch. And Volley now needs to... Can I grab that? I cannot. Okay. Alright. So Varin just launches a barrage. There's no better way to put it. He moves 10 feet before losing all of that. And then he's going to yell, "Come and get me!" And then he's going to move between them and Del, because Del is out in the open. He has a shield, but he's out in the open. And he has no other armor. Alright. Once I get my mouse to the right side. This two-headed dog is currently being ridden and controlled. Although one of the heads is now loose because one of its handlers is dead. That's good news. The mules are well trained and are going to stay where they are, though they bray in fear and panic. Crutches is controlled. Adran, we are to you, sir. You are outside the beat of force, mounted on crutches, confronted by 5 hellhounds on the other side of an impenetrable sphere. They are lunging at the barrier, snapping and spewing sparks and clouds of smoke. You're gonna now dash up to me. Or rather, you're going to have crutches dash up to me. You may recall that Crutches currently has Longstrider on effect from you. So Crutches' movement speed is not 30, it is 40. So you have 20 more feet of movement. From your new vantage point, you can see Thea dead ahead, mired in a huge mass of thick, silky webbing. To your northwest, you can see a giant and several dead goblins, and a few other alive ones, and a couple of two-headed dogs. Ah, I see that Adran has decided on targeting the giant. Three arrows. Very well. let me see the first attack. While I quickly look for something. Nope. Almost there. Okay. A 28 is a definite hit for 8 piercing damage. I have to briefly and quickly find my mouse. And the huge person roars in pain. You can see that, like the other 2 giants that we've already killed here, he has a crystal embedded in his breastplate, glinting a hot, dark ruby red. So,
ooh, shiny.
Very shiny. You have 2 more shots, sir. Oh, 14. You're too distracted by the glinting sparkle of the gem, and the arrow bounces off the stone ground between his feet. And he kind of looks back, kind of looks towards you like, what was that? That sinks right through a small groove in his armor for another 7 damage. Anything else for you, Adran? I believe you're out of action surges. Staying put. Adran, please give me an investigation check. That's not a good one. Alright, thank you very much, sir. It is not this person's turn yet.
Ah!
Ouch. What was it? You found nothing. What was that, Thía?
I found something I was looking for earlier. Look them up in a moment.
Fair enough. Alright, so you are currently mired in a bunch of webbing. Please give me, I believe it's a dexterity saving throw? Did you step on a mouse?
Yes.
Adran wants to know.
Per haste, it will be at advantage.
Ah, that is what you were seeking. Excellent. I am double checking to make sure it is a dexterity saving throw.
There you go.
Dexterity saving throw. Please give me a dexterity saving throw at advantage thanks to haste.
So Thía, as she sees this web coming at her, just leaps in the air, does this kind of like spinning sideways corkscrew spin, and goes right through a gap in the webs.
Nice. However, the web is still difficult terrain for you. You're not restrained, you can move freely through it, except for the fact that it's difficult terrain.
Okay, so I'm a little iffy on the rules for jumping.
Since that's more of a role play, that you're describing how you manage dexterity save.
No, I'm actually gonna jump.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so you have the athlete feat. So let's quickly take a look at that while Adran types out his thought. Right below Scout Camp. Alright, you can make a running long jump or a running high jump after only moving 5 feet. And you also have second story work. For chase the... Wow! Way to pull that quote out of nostalgia. Take an inspiration point. Okay, so if you move 5 feet, which will cost you 10 feet of movement because it's difficult terrain, then you can do a long jump, which is equal to your strength score plus your dexterity modifier.
which will be 12 plus 5, so 17. And if I remember correctly,
we'll round that up to 20. Bear in mind, your jump cannot exceed your current movement speed. So what is your current movement speed? Well, with haste, it's like
35.
No, with haste, it's
70. Yeah.
So you can move 5 feet. That'll cost you 10 feet of movement, so you'll have 60 feet left. And then you have a maximum range jump of 20 feet. So you'll still have 40 feet of movement. Is anyone hearing a buzzing noise?
No.
Okay, that must have been on my end. So with haste and no other action or bonus action on your part, you can jump 20 feet and still have, you move 5, which costs you 10, jump 20, that's a total of 30. That will leave you 40 feet of movement left after your jump. Does that make sense?
Yes. Just a second.
Haste for a rogue.
After all that.
Haste for a rogue is insane. Alright, that was your...
Basically, take this kind of step, do the spinning corkscrew, jump through the web, to the gap of the webs.
Okay.
And end up... Yeah, that works. Only jumping through about 5 feet of webs.
Yep. And I'm getting that buzzing noise again. That's a little worrisome, because I have no idea what's causing it. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Alright, so you still have 40 feet of movement, your action, your bonus action, and your haste action left. What would you like to do, Thea?
I am going to... that on and that on. I'm going to take a shot with my acid arrows at the annoying dead thing that isn't dead yet.
Question.
That was not meant to be at advantage.
Okay. So we're going to go with the first result as normal, which is a 14 to hit, which is a hit, but no sneak attack. You do get sharpshooter.
Double check to make sure my sneak attack is off, which it is.
Excellent. Let's see the damage. So that is 18 points of damage. You still have your bonus action and your extra action. I take it
that
shooting again.
Flies, I'm loosening another.
So that is 22 minus 5, 20 minus 3, 17. That is a hit for another 19, and the Revenant drops to the ground. You still have your bonus action and 40 feet of movement. Adran, you've encountered the Revenant enough times to know it's not dead unless it gets fire damage.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's why you asked. And granted, I'm aware the player kind of lacking the knowledge. The character, Thea, knows you can drop the Revenant's body, but unless you burn it with fire, it's not going to stay down. Anything else for you, Thea? You could move up towards him and use your bonus action Fast Hands ability to use your tinderbox and light him on fire.
I was actually thinking I was going to use my bonus action to light a torch. Because I'm not sure. I burned 30 feet. I have 70, so I have another 40.
Yeah, that's what I said. You have 40 feet left.
I don't want to walk on the spikes.
I don't blame you. I'm just saying what you can do. It's up to you what you do.
Stop here. I'm gonna pull out a torch and light it up.
Okay, so that's your...
I probably would have had to drop the bow.
You would have to drop your bow.
Okay.
So where do you want your bow?
Shit.
Sorry?
Oh. I'm actually gonna... Hold on. I'm gonna rethink that because Thea would not want to drop her bow. She does not like that with that many bad things around.
Where are you going?
I'm reconsidering what I was gonna do because I realized I'd have to drop
Okay.
my bow, and like, that's not.
Then you should be here.
No, because that's 40 feet away from me. Oh, that's 40. Right. Sorry,
You
I mismeasured.
can drop your longbow, and on your next turn, interaction, just pick it back up.
Well, just because instinctually, I would not want to drop my bow.
Sure.
For the moment, I'm just gonna head over here. I'm going to interaction store, put my bow on my back.
Okay.
And use my bonus action to pull out a torch, which I cannot yet light.
You can light it. Bonus action.
As I pull it out.
Bonus action.
Well,
fast hands.
Well, I'm using.
Wait, hold on. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're stowing your longbow, and then you're fast hands pulling out the longbow. I got you now. Okay.
Pulling out the torch, but
yeah, torch. Sorry, words. Words are hard. Okay. So web turned out to be not too much of a deterrent for you. Unfortunate. The hellhounds behind you, Adran, are howling, though their sounds are slightly distorted thanks to the sphere. Alright, it is now the Death Dog's turn. And this is the one that is not. Burn, baby, burn. Adran's yelling, I bet you wish you had Firebolt now! It is this two-headed dog's turn. Actually, I need to check its movement speed. Sit, stay, heal? Do you mean heal as in H-E-E-L? Duly noted. Alright. Adran, please roll me 8d4. 8 delta 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I am not up to date on, I'm not sure what to call it, canine terminology, but doesn't heal mean to follow at your heel?
Yes.
So you told them to sit, to stay, and then to follow you. Noted. 17 hit points is literally exactly what that two-headed dog had left. It reaches the end of its movement and falls over dead. Both fanged mouths drooling, frothing blood. So he is now dead. Oh, wrong button. And noted that Adran told Noted that Adran told the hellhounds to sit, stay, and then follow him. Noted. Alright. That guy's actually supposed to be dead. Play dead. I gotcha. Where's this guy? Oh, he's right there. Gotcha. Well, it's not his turn or his turn. Or his turn. It is, however, the Revenant's turn. And he gets 10 hit points back and stands up, which costs him half of his movement. Alright, Thea, please give me a wisdom saving throw. As he locks his eyes on you.
No. Bad.
15, 20. Okay. Oh, what's going on?
I refuse!
Sorry, give me
do whatever you want me to do.
Give me 1 second. My screens are doing a weird thing here. Okay. Bad day. I love that show. Where is it? Okay. You resist its compelling vision to stop where you are. I bet you're really loving the fact that you're proficient in wisdom saving throws right now. Alright. So that was his half of his movement, his action. 10,
So like
15. Thea, please roll me 2d4. He takes 4 points of damage, just leaving the area of spike growth.
That's a solid so-so moment there.
Right? Restrained. Thea, Adran, and Del, and Varin all see the giant look down at the ground. The gemstone on his breastplate is glinting, sparkling, and flashing, almost like a pulsing warning light. Speaking in giant, he gestures. Note that he hasn't looked behind him at the condition of his goblin forces. He points at Varin and Del, saying something, and then he crouches low, massive legs bunching, and leaps. Landing here. And because it's difficult terrain, has to make a dexterity saving throw.
That is a remarkably short jump for such a big thing.
He's making a standing long jump, and he's going to follow that up with another jump. Adran, please roll me 2d4. Thea, please roll me 2d4. So he takes a total of 12 damage.
It's like walking on Legos.
Right? Ouch. Ooh.
Sorry.
Especially with the corners pointing
I know that's
up.
a little out of context, but it just seemed to apply so well.
Oh, it definitely applies. I've done it, and it definitely applies. He looks at you, Thea. Let me see. What is he going to do? Yeah. You're definitely within range. You see him pick up a rock.
No, I don't want that. You can keep that.
And he hurls it at you. Getting an 18, which is a miss.
Just duck underneath. I said I don't want that.
Alright, so the goblin riding the death dog kicks away the long handle that's been holding the two long handles that's been holding his mount. So now the mount is free, and then he kicks his heels into the flanks of the two-headed dog. Let's see. Hold on. What's going on here? I need to zoom in. Alright, that should grab it. So he is going to make a charge directly at Varin. 10, 20, 30, 40. Adran, please roll me 8d4. This two-headed dog comes rushing recklessly at Varin. And the small green person is going to throw a dart at Varin. Oh my goodness, that is brutal. Throwing dart. Eventually. Well, not sure why I'm rolling at disadvantage. So we'll go with the 16, which is a miss in any case. And it's going to have its mount. which took 23 damage. Thank you, Adran. 23 damage. Watch that health bar. Eesh. He's going to have the two-headed dog dash. Thea, please roll me 2d4. You saw nothing. Thank you. And let's see, how many goblins are left? How many goblins are left alive? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Come on, cooperate. Alright, so this one's going to chase after Varin. Adran, please roll me 2d4s. Let's see if this guy even survives stepping into the area. You never know, he might survive. Never mind, that's exactly how much he had left. Whoa. My screen just jumped on me. Seeing that that direction is dangerous, this guy is going to go here. 10, 20. Thea, please roll me 2d4. .2d4, not 2d12. Thank you. 6 damage, kills that one. And now the last 3 goblins are looking rather askance at this pass, kind of like, I don't know, are we sure we want to go this way? Come on, button. People keep dying if they go that way, it seems. They grab and thrust forward the most wounded one. 10, 15, hang on. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Who manages to make it into the clear, Adran has a thought, and is going to hurl a dart at Dell.
Solidly into his shield.
I imagine Dell's just kind of like ducking low behind it, like. Alright. Following his path, 15, 25, 30, going to bonus action dash. And is going to slash at Dell with a scimitar. Adran apparently has a very stubborn thought. Getting a 24 to hit.
Ouch! Screams down.
Indeed. Last goblin. Again, following in the path of his companion. Gets to here. Bonus action is going to dash. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? While mounted on a giant spider, we're walking on the web affected speed. I will answer that in one moment. Bonus action dash, 25. I'm going to call that quite a bit of distance. And why is he going underneath? He's basically going to try and jump onto the cart, but for some reason he's seeming to go below it. Ah, there we go.
I was gonna say, it looks like he's more beside it, but...
Well, I have to move him to the front.
Yeah.
and he's going to jump off of the cart while hurling a dart at Del.
Still cowering behind his shield.
Getting a 17 to hit.
And
Sorry?
forgetting to hide his feet.
Oh, right in the toe. Alright, Del needs to give me 2 different Constitution saving throws. Good thing he's not concentrating on anything. And while Del is doing that, I forgot to open Crutch's character sheet. So that's a nat 1 and then a 19. So your first Constitution saving throw is a fail. Adran, please roll me 3d6. Del's going to take 8 points of poison damage. Adran, please roll me 3d6. And another 7 for Del.
Was the 19 a fail?
The 19 was a success, which means he takes half damage from the poison.
Oh.
In answer to your question...
Wait.
Hold on, Thea. Hold that question, Thea. Adran, in answer to your question, your Crutches has Web Walker, which means he ignores movement restrictions caused by webbing. Thea, you had a question.
Oh, nothing. Never mind, I think it's answered.
Okay. It is now Del's turn. Del is very badly wounded.
Very badly wounded. I think he is going to start with the dodge action and run the heck away.
Would disengage be a better option?
Disengage might work better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might work better.
If Del disengages 5, 10, 15, he can get on the cart with the remainder of his movement.
He's not running towards the goblins at all.
No, hear me out. So, can you see the line I'm drawing? Oops.
Yeah, I imagine you're thinking of getting on the cart and take the cart away, but...
5, 10, so just here 10 feet. He can climb onto the cart with the remainder of his movement, triggering no attacks of opportunity, and then he can have the mules disengage and run for it. And the mules do have long strider in effect on them. So
on a simply instinctual level, I think he'd still probably feel safer just going away from the goblins and putting a Varin between him and the goblins.
Understandable. I'm just pointing out options.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, then the mules can move 40 feet away, whereas Del can only move 30. Start the time, says Adran. And you're welcome, by the way, Adran. Del, it's up to you. What do you want to do? Taking the disengage action.
Yeah, I think he's...
Go ahead.
I think he's more inclined to just kind of run for it himself.
Alright. Then take the disengage action and run. That still does leave his bonus action. Oh, actually, that's a point to make. You can use a bonus action to heal yourself, and then use your action to do something.
That would have been a good idea, but
okay.
I'm just kind of moving along.
He can still use a bonus action to heal himself.
For a while. Which one though?
Probably the one that's activated by a bonus action.
Thank you. Very helpful. Not really.
Well, that would be Healing Word, which is a first level spell, but you can upcast it for extra healing. Alternatively, he could cast something like no, he can't cast that because that requires an action, and he uses his action.
You know what makes more sense? I think I'll... It's in culture, so it has to burn. You know what? This is simpler. Hold on. Oh, why did I... That's not as simple as I thought. That's not as simple as I thought.
Nope.
That's wrong.
All those things require his action, which he already used.
Yep.
And he only has the Staff of Paralysis in hand. He left the Staff of Healing in the bone cart, I believe. Or is he carrying it on his person?
I don't remember ever deciding which one he was holding in hand.
We'll say that he's carrying it on his person. But he has the
Okay,
Staff of
I'll just-
Paralysis in hand.
Yeah, I'll just do a second level healing word.
Alright, cast it on yourself and get some hit points back. Adran, you see Varin Adran, Staff of Healing is in the bone cart. Thank you, sir. You see Del come rushing around the side of those columns, bleeding profusely, drop himself against the side of the stone, and start healing himself. He regained 10 hit points. Close call, Del. Okay, it's not his turn. Hellhound's already
I think
strained.
if I'm reading this correctly, I believe you recovered a total of 10 hit points, yes?
Yes. I did say that. You're welcome. The mules, now that danger is a lot closer, are going to disengage and run. Bearing in mind that they are taking with them the Bone Staff of Healing. The Staff of Healing. Bone Staff of Healing. Good grief. Alright, top of the round. Round 9, and we're back to Varin, who is now confronted with bad guys. Varin is going to loosely loop the sling around his paw hand. Sure, I guess. And pull out his short sword. Let's see. Would I do that? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Varin is not going to do that. Varin is going to deliberately step back and trigger 2 attacks of opportunity. One from the two-headed hound, and one from its rider, and 3 attacks of opportunity. Beg pardon. So here's from the riding goblin. That one of the 2 heads is going to make a bite. Eventually. And then the other goblin is going to make a slash with his scimitar. Oh dear, and that hit. That is a crit for 10 damage, which Varin kind of shrugs off, but has to make a Constitution saving throw to keep spike growth going. And for some reason, the two-headed dog's attack never rolls, so I'll do that in a second. Yep, spike growth remains. Haha! Bite. Nat 1. That misses. Varin laughs mockingly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. I think I'm going to attack all of you. He bit his own tongue. And do I have 5 shots in my current pouch? I have 4. All right, so targeting the hound, and I'm gonna put Colossus Slayer on this because I want that thing down. Sling away. A 21 to hit for 10 damage. Slay well. And it drops. Its rider is going to have to make a dexterity saving throw to see if he lands on his feet or not. There we go. Adran, please roll me 1d20 plus 5. Thía, please roll me 2d4. He takes 6 points of damage for just falling off of the his mount. Adran, did you hear what I asked for? Oh yes, you did. Thank you. I believe that means he lands prone. Which I will double check here. Uno momento. Wrong section. Wrong chapter. Closer. There we go. Here it is. He lands on his feet, but takes 6 points of damage for doing it. Haha! And then I'm going to target this very badly wounded fellow back here. No Colossus Slayer. And no Sharpshooter, because I see they have their shield. So 14 is a miss. Blast. So I'm going to target now this guy. Sling. That is a 23 to hit for 9 damage, except this guy's going to use his reaction to swap places. Oops. So instead, move. There we go. So instead I hit the wounded guy, who had only 1 hit point, and he takes 9 damage. Oh no!
Yeah, this buddy throws him in the way.
Yep, it's like, hey, you're pretty badly wounded, you deal with this. Swak! Right in the side of the head. Leaving the last 2, see that coming. And Varin just grins with a mouthful of fangs. Targeting the most wounded one with my last tombstone in this pouch. 26 to hit for 7 damage. And he only has 2 hit points left. He dies. So he's going to take 2, and that shot is going to hit 5 damage the guy behind him, given the angles of light there. And then last target, as Varin opens up his third and final pouch of slingstone. Sling. 21 to hit. And all of a sudden, that guy takes 6 points of damage, choking and gagging on the stone that's ripped through the top of his air passage. His airway. Adran. Okay, so that was my action, and I only moved 5 feet. Now I'm going to use my. I'm going to loop the sling around my hand paw. Use my interaction to pull out my short sword and rush towards this guy, but that's all I can do. Alright, the mules, bellowing and braying, are going to, if I can get my stoom to work correctly, there we go. Yeah, now they're going to dash. again, taking the staff of healing with them. Alright, Crutches is controlled. Adran, it occurs to you, the mules are rushing down in the direction of the Hellhounds. And it's your turn, sir. What would you like to do? You ride Crutches into the webbing. And now what do you do?
I'm gonna use a firebolt against the revenant.
Burn him, if you can. Andy having a spider mount. Oh my gosh, you can! That is 8 points of fire damage. And he drops to the ground. And that leaves you. That was your action. That does still leave you your bonus action, and you do have your sling in hand. Or sorry, you have your bow in hand. My bad. Taking a longbow shot at the fire giant. Excuse me, giant. I'll edit that out later. Lightning arrow. Ooh, going magic on him. Let's see it. And do you want to shout a warning to death? Ooh, 25 to hit for 10. Nice shot. So is your action, your bonus action, and did you have Crutches? I almost said Chuckles. Did you have Crutches dash to get where you are? Okay. Did you want to shout a warning to Dell that the mules are heading towards Hellhounds? Alright, what do you say to Dell? Gotta catch those mules! They're headed right for the... Oh, bubble. I was like, shouldn't that be babble? Bubble of hounds!
That's bad.
Alright, Thía. It is now your turn.
Well, don't think she's gonna step 5 feet back. Does that take her out of line of sight of the giant?
Good question. Let's check. That's a 35-foot tall spire of stone. I'm gonna say with that, both of you are out of sight of each other.
As she does that, she's going to drop the torch she pulled out, realizing that's not really going to matter anymore. Use your interaction to pull out a bow again, and
Bonus action hide.
try to... Yes, bonus action hide, thank you, sorry.
You're welcome.
Got that detail.
I'm nothing if not helpful. Well, that's a stealth check of 30. You all but vanish into the recesses of the crags of stone.
Before stepping... That's the wrong For kind of like ducking back out just enough to. Yeah, that would make it visible again, I believe.
Yes. And you have advantage on the shot.
And loose an unexpected arrow at the big thing.
Let's see it. 26, 21 to hit is a hit. Give me attack damage with sharpshooter and sneak attack. Oh my goodness. So that's 10 from sharpshooter, 30 from sneak attack, and 12 from acid. So that is 52 points of damage. Watch that health bar. Holy pain. Indeed, he is instantly bloodied. And you still have an action.
I'm going to pull out. Oh, sorry, that was not meant to be at advantage.
Noted.
Turn that off.
Either of those still would have hit. Go ahead and give me sharpshooter and normal damage, no sneak attack.
Okay.
Are you using? Okay, so you're using a normal arrow there. Yes.
Yeah, using an arrow this time. Yes,
Okay.
intentionally.
So that is a hit for 18 more points of damage. And Thea, I need a dexterity saving throw from you as he points his finger, and the gemstone on his breastplate flashes a brilliantly hot red.
And my haste is still giving me advantage.
Yes, it is.
16.
Double check what the DC is. Okay, that's actually a fail. So you're going to take half damage because of evasion instead of full damage. Where is it? All right. Hellish fire blasts into you, and you're going to take half of this.
I only shot you twice.
You're going to take 6 points of fire damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. You maintain concentration. Well done. I need to see which round we're in currently. Okay, yeah, the Hellhound.
I still have my movement.
Oh, yes, you do. I apologize. So you moved back, that was 5 feet. Moved forward, that was 5 feet. You still have 60 feet of movement.
And she's gonna try and kind of squeeze between the rocks and the web. I'm not sure how you want to rule that.
That's going to be difficult terrain, and I'm going to need... Actually, it can drop unconscious. So... Thank you for bringing that to my attention. What web?
Actually, come. Yeah.
Adran, you look down, there's no web. It is all gone.
So that was 10. I believe I have 70 feet total.
You have 60 feet remaining.
Thank you.
Even Crutches is looking down like, where did it go? Yeah, exactly. Crutches is sad. Where would you like to go, basically, Thea?
That way.
Okay. Having heard Adran's warning about the Hellhounds. Alright, well the Hellhounds, speaking of, are currently restrained. The Revenant starts his turn having taken fire damage. And, well, the body disintegrates into a pile of semi-coagulated liquefied flesh.
Thank you, Adran.
This guy is going to leap. Actually, right back where he was. The giant looks at you, Adran, turns and looks at Varin, looks in the direction that Thea disappeared into, puts his hand on the glowing gemstone, and in a burst of flame, disappears. A thin trail of smoke leading to the northeast.
Just imagine this last goblin going pale and bug-eyed as the big guy disappears.
Speaking
He's
of
left all alone.
Speaking of the last goblin, he looks up at this fang-mouthed, clawed, short sword-wielding maniac.
I don't like this. You're ugly.
And is going to slash at Varin.
Crutches is sad?
Because the webbing is gone.
Oh.
Getting a 20 to hit, which does hit. And then making its extra attack. Now at disadvantage. And Varin's going to... Varin's just going to let the spike growth go. Because there's no one left in it. That's a nat 1.
Come on, you could have thrown the goblin.
But I have a sword to do that with.
Yeah.
That's 19 to hit. And Varin kind of snarls in pain as he takes 8 points of damage. I don't like silvered swords! And then the little creature is going to give a little scream. Bonus action, disengage, and run for it. Alright, Dell's turn. Dell just saw Thea go blurring past him.
Well, up to him, roughly, but yeah.
Well, he went past him. What would Dell like to do?
I'm going to come down here a little bit. And try to call out to the mules to come back.
The mules are not...
I don't know if we ever actually named them.
We haven't actually named them, and I don't think they're in line of sight for Dell.
That's what I was saying, call for them. Or...
I'm gonna say you can kind of... Let's measure this out.
Okay, how about this? He'll dash.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the mules are not in his line of sight.
No, but he'll dash.
Okay.
He uses his action to dash.
In that case, yes, he can now see the mules. You have a shield in one hand and a bone staff of paralysis in the other.
Come back! I'll give you a name for real this time!
Give me an animal handling check at normal. I don't think the mules are going to beat that, but we'll try and see how this goes. Both mules are going to see if they care. Let's call it that. Oh, they recognize Dell's voice. He's not the best cart driver, but they recognize his voice as a friendly and comforting sound. The hellhounds are still contained. Down here, there we go.
Until round 11, good check.
Yes. Alright, so this mule doesn't actually get to go. I'm going to delete him out of the character, initiative order. Alright, so we're up to the top of round 9. Varin stares kind of like in a bit of an affront at this goblin running away from him. And blurts out, "I beg your pardon?" before he goes rushing after it. And Varin does have Longstrider on effect on him. So Varin stops about there. Suddenly on the Suddenly facing this goblin that was trying to run away, Varin's going to use his interaction to pull his dagger out. And short sword attack twice. Colossus Slayer if I hit. Let's see the first one. Well, 27 will hit. And Colossus Slayer did not roll. How rude. So I'll roll it now. A tiny little health bar is going to drop very quickly. Come on. So that's a total of 12 damage from the first hit. 12, not 21. There we go. And he's already wounded. So I'm going to use my extra attack and attack him again. That seems reasonable. Stab! Unfortunately, his shield comes up and bats my stabbing short sword aside. And I'll use my bonus action to attack with my dagger, but... I don't get my damage modifier. Let me take that off real quick. I'm using my offhand. A 16 to hit. I can see the armor class, that would help. Is a glancing blow for half damage. Okay, so that was Varin's turn. And now, oh, there's my mouse. And now the mules. They're going to turn about and start back towards Dell. Like, oh, yeah, friendly voice. We know that person. I'm not going to bother with turning them around. They come trotting back. They're not in a particular hurry. So they move to... there. Alright, Crutches is controlled. Adran, it's your turn, sir. There's no longer a big fellow there anymore. You're dashing. Where are you dashing to on Crutches? Excellent. Alright. Thía, it is now your turn.
Well, I was going to try and think on another shot on that giant, and I'm a little disappointed to see him gone, honestly. It's kind of sulking a little bit.
I mean, there is that wand.
He keeps...
There is that wand the Revenant was using to cast web.
Oh, I'm planning on going back to that and the torch. I'm just trying to think.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Adran. Did you... I'm so sorry. I'm so used to... Yeah. Well, sorry, hold that thought, Thía. Adran, you had Crutches dash. You're still concentrating on Expeditious Retreat. What would you like to do to ready in action? Ready. Okay, if you want to ready a spell, you're going to have to spend the spell slot and concentrate on that spell until the trigger happens to for you to take your reaction. Are you sure you want to ready in action to use Lightning Bolt? So basically, you're readying an action to use Lightning Bolt as soon as the speed of force ends. Okay, spend the spell slot. You're now concentrating on Lightning Bolt, and you no longer have Expeditious Retreat active on yourself. Okay, Thank you for that. Concentrating. Thea, what was it that you want to do?
Well, after seeing the giant disappear, just gonna kind of meander downhill a little bit, kind of deciding what to do next. That's 10 feet of movement. And I think it's gonna keep coming down here. I believe that gets out of line of sight of the hounds. She'll get out of sight of the hounds, so I'm gonna move just a little bit further.
Yeah.
Bonus action hide.
Okay. Yeah, you're definitely out of line of sight. So that's good use of reliable talent. Anything you want to do with your 2 actions?
Well, I was going to ready an action. Oh shit, I don't know. Sure how far I've moved. Exactly.
Good question, I wasn't paying attention. Your most recent move was 5 feet. Ouch.
I'm going to say I moved about 40.
Okay.
Roughly.
I'll accept that.
And then,
You could climb to...
while being...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, while trying to stay hidden, I kind of want to set myself up on the edge of these rocks to where I can just kind of see
Okay.
the hellhounds, but remain hidden and ready in action to shoot them.
So, you're readying an action to shoot at which one?
Actually, it's too soon to ready in action for that anyways, because this is going to take too long before that pops. I'm just going to kind of, for the moment, stay hidden over here. Just waiting for a moment.
Okay.
Actually, as I wait, can I still see that goblin from here?
Yes.
You know what? I already got the arrow knocked. What?
So you're not hidden from the goblin, so you won't get advantage, but you will get sneak attack if you hit.
Yeah.
And that will still leave you an action to ready, if you want to do so.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm just gonna take the shot anyways, just cause why not? I already got the arrow knocked.
Sure thing. Let's see the shot. That hit. No sharpshooter, give me sneak attack. So that is 36 points of damage. And that last goblin does not have any goblins around him to switch with. So he's going to take the full damage. Which means he's now dead.
He's just like looking for a way to try and run from me, and as he turns and looks south, just kind of catches the arrow right in the face.
I think this is a bad idea!
And died. Alright, so that was your action. You did hide with your bonus. You still have your haste action.
I can't think of anything you really want to do with it right now. It's just
You can ready an attack.
I have to wait a moment.
You can ready an attack. For example,
We still got 2 rounds.
you can ready an
It
action.
hasn't.
You can ready an action to attack the first hostile you see, in case anything else comes out.
Sure.
Okay. All right. The hounds can see Dell and they can see Adran. They don't know where Thea is. So let me see here real quick. One is pressed up against the bubble here. One, hang on, here. Adran, roll me a d6. Okay. This one also focused over there. And these two are focused on Adran and crutches. Okay. That's it for the Hellhounds, because they can't get out. And there's basically two parties pushing against the insides of the bubble in different directions. Del, what do you want to do?
Del's gonna take a moment to just kind of reseat himself on the cart.
Okay.
He's wrong to one just not moving. That's just gonna have to do. And after that, I think for the moment, he's just going to kind of take a moment to look around and kind of reassess what's happening.
Reassess the wisdom of getting out of the cart in the first place.
Reassess the wisdom of going back for it too soon.
Okay. He could use a bonus action or an action to heal anyone he can see within range. Or himself. Or he can, so he could also just use.
My thoughts are, it's more likely we're going to be able to take a short rest before too long, and it's better to save spells.
Fair enough.
Until it's truly needed.
All right. Did you want to have the mules move anywhere, or stay where they are?
I'll at least start them moving away. Let's see.
They have a 40-foot movement speed. I do believe you're able to move them and the cart.
I am.
Excellent.
I'm gonna just kind of start setting myself away from the only remaining living bad things he sees.
Varin is going to use his interaction to sheath his dagger, snarling at the fact that his prey is dead. Sorry?
Oh, sorry, I just realized I said he sees him, but I don't think he was actually in line of sight of the hounds at that time. My bad.
Are you talking about Del? What do you mean?
I was talking about Dal, and I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh.
That was just an accident.
Gotcha. So Varin has sheathed his dagger, is unseen, so he's going to use a bonus action to hide. And there's the buzzing again. Aw, 12. Not terribly well hidden. So it's 5 feet of movement. I have 40 feet left. I'm going to take my action to dash. So 40 plus 45 is 85 feet. And now I'm there. Alright, the mules are now controlled. What is going on with this buzzing? Crutches is controlled. Adran! I assume you're still concentrating on your ready to spell. Ah, I see you're moving. Still maintaining concentration and readying your action to blast lightning. And I assume aiming to catch as many of them in the blast as you can. Is that fair? Ready to cook a few hot dogs. Noted. Yeah, I'm taking a look at your character sheet for just 1 second. Okay. And we're back. Adran, you're maintaining concentration on your readied spell, and you move to a new position. Thía, what would you like to do? We're in round 10. The beat of force ends on your turn, round 11.
I think I'm just gonna ready an action to shoot one of the hellhounds when the beat ends.
Noted. The hellhounds are butting their heads against the sphere, the interior. They're trapped and can do nothing else. Dell, what do you want to do?
Dell is definitely trying to get further away.
Okay.
Does not want to be anywhere near any of this. We can make the mules dash just a little bit.
Indeed. Okay. So, and once I figure out where my mouse is, here it is. Okay. We're in round 11. Varin is going to attempt to hide. A little bit better this time, hopefully. Fingers crossed. With bonus action. 15. Let's see how that does. Not entirely sure, and he's still kicking up a bunch of stones from the ground. He's going to move now this way. And he can see Adran is, holding a crackling sphere of lightning, just straining in his hand to be released. And he's like, I don't think I want to be in the way of that. Varin's going to ready an action to volley as soon as he can, basically. Aiming within to a point he can see. So I can see 3 of them. Wait, no? Let me measure that out a little bit better. Snap to corner. Nope, not center, corner. There. See that guy. Can I see? I'm gonna say. See, how tall is that? 60 feet. I'm gonna say no, I can't see that third one. So Varin is. If I ready an action to volley, I can at least get. No, I can't do that. Actually, yeah, because that's a special kind of an action. So I'm going to ready an action to volley, so I can at least try and hit 2 of them. The mule is controlled, Crutch is controlled. Adran, holding that lightning.
Yes, still holding the lightning.
Okay. Thea's turn, the sphere drops, as though it was never there to begin with.
And like a half second before it drops, I loose my arrow so that it like kind of crashes into one of those.
You targeted this one specifically. You can't move as part of your reaction.
Sorry, I presumed I had to shoot.
No. Let me do a measure here.
Because I...
So if you weren't a sharpshooter, there would be cover happening there. But you did specify earlier that you would arrange yourself so that you're still hidden from sight, per se. But you had like you were kind of like glimpsing them out of the corner of your eye around the edge.
Okay.
So you won't be able to move as part of your reaction. Age. So let's... Hang on. How's that look, Adran?
Wait, whose turn is
Looks
it?
pretty darn good.
I'll answer you in just 1 second there, Thea. Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh, he had it ready to... Oh, sorry. No,
Yeah.
I got completely confused. My bad.
Basically, everyone was readying an action. Oh, come on. Varin readied an action to volley, Adran readied an action to lightning bolt, and Thea readied an action to shoot. So Thea, let's have your shot go off first. You have advantage on the shot. (27 minus 5 is 22. That is a hit. So sharpshooter and sneak attack. What were we going to say?
I was going to say, I don't know if it matters, but I was using one of my regular arrows.
Noted. So that's 10 from sharpshooter, 24 from sneak attack, and 8 regular. So that is 42 points of damage. Your arrow sinks in and kills him. Just instant dead, right through both eyes. Like it hit from the side of the head and went through both eyes before coming out the other side. Adran loses lightning bolt, and Varin loses volley. 2 shots from Varin. Colossus Slayer on the first one if it hits, and Varin is not hidden, so he does not get advantage. Colossus Slayer, check. And yeah, sharpshooter. There it goes. Alright, sling. And then no Colossus Slayer on the second. Sling stone down. Sling. (27 minus 5, 22. That's a hit. 8 from Colossus Slayer, 10 from Sharpshooter, and 9 from... Good grief, that's my Slingstone attack. Jeez. If I can grab... Okay, I'm gonna have to put your... lightning bolt to the back. There we go. So first shot is 9 and 18. 27 damage on the first Hellhound. So it's still alive. It only just. And then 23 to hit the second one for 19 damage. And lightning bolt goes off. 4 Hellhounds have to make Constitution saving throws at normal. Adran, please put lightning bolt into the chat so I can see what the DC is. Oh gosh, DC 17 dexterity saving throw. Let's see how well they do, or how poorly, as the case may be. So all 4 fail. Adran, roll me 8d6. Oh gosh. Wait a second here. 17. So the 2 that Varin just shot both die instantly. Yeah, your lightning bolt now goes away. And then the other 2 who were behind the first 2, I guess they would have actually gotten cover from that.
I'm pretty sure that cut straight through the first 2 without effect. There wasn't much left.
I'm gonna say that they were probably the ones who got the 3 and the 9 because their backs were to that bolt. So even with half cover, that didn't help them very much. There we go, 17. And 17. They are still alive. So that was painful. Thía. Hot dogs. They are quite hot. So I think that still leaves you your actions, because that was your ready to action.
Yeah, that was a ready to action from last round, and so basically it's at the start of this turn then that ended. All the ready to actions went off, and then it's my turn. Is that how we're
I think so.
This?
You are currently revealed. I could be wrong, but we're just going to roll with it because it's the last two, and it's not like they're going to survive very long.
Pretty much. I mean, I could duck backwards. I'll try to hide. Not right-handed.
I mean, imagine if we actually did focus fire on one individual target at a time. Okay, so that's a 30. Nice stealth. You'll get advantage on one attack.
Yep. As I step out a little bit just to get that clear shot.
However, before you continue, because I wasn't entirely sure how this was going to go, especially with, you know, all the different ready to actions going on, the Hellhounds now use their ready to actions. Come on. And I forgot what their movement speed is. Put them there just for a second so I can check. Okay. So I move them 10 feet short. They were going after Dell. Shocker. So Thía, you step back, you hide, you come back around, and they're right there. Their ready to action was to charge after what looked like succulent meat to them.
Right, which I am still hidden, right? Or how is that?
You hid behind the boulder, you come out. I'm gonna say you would have advantage from having been hidden. But there's if you're going to do a ranged attack, one of them is right next to you, so that would cancel out the advantage. So you'd make a shot at normal. You could instead use your interaction to pull out a sword and make it a stab attack.
Well, I was thinking you just step back a little bit.
That would trigger an attack of opportunity. Nope, it wouldn't, because they used a reaction to do that, to get there.
So just step back a little bit and kind of angle off that shot a little bit better. Still has advantage, I believe.
I would say yes. Which one were you shooting at?
The closest one, and then I'll lose an arrow at the next one.
Okay, so...
The next one's going to go a little wide, I'm pretty sure.
Little. That is 21 to hit. So sharpshooter and sneak attack. Goodness. 10 from sharpshooter, 29 from sneak attack, 10 piercing damage. That's 49 total. Let me measure something quick. Okay. So 49 damage, and he had 14 hit points. That guy dies. Your next shot is 13 minus 5. Ouch. Yeah. That's an 8 to hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that goes wide.
Quite. So you moved back 5 feet, moved forward 5 feet, that was 10 feet, and then you moved 5 feet. So you moved 15 out of 70. You have 55 feet remaining.
And I'm gonna run past it. Said, how do you like that, sucker? 70 minus 15 equals 55. As I try to taunt it.
Excellent. Alright, so that was your turn. It's now the Hellhound's turn. And it reverses course. Did you get a charge out of that? And comes at your back, Thía. Please give me a dexterity saving throw.
At what point does haste end?
Round 12.
Wait, that's the next round I'll do that. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
As it breathes out fire at you. So that's a 23. Oh yeah, because you have haste.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's the DC? Okay, yeah. So you feel the heat coming at your back, and you just kind of like leap very high over it. A rolling wave of flame. Alright. That was expended. Del, what does Del want to do?
That's one thing. Del is still just trying to put some distance in there.
Fair enough. There he is. Having the mules dash.
Yes.
Excellent. Alright. Now we're at the top of the round. Round 12. So on your turn, haste is gonna end.
Yeah.
Varin.
Start and how do you play that? How do you roll that?
I'm sorry?
At the start of my turn, at the end of my turn?
I'm gonna say at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Varin comes slipping and sliding around the column here. Spots the Hellhound. And Slayer, sharpshooter, 2 sling
Wait
stones.
to see if we can get it first.
14 minus 5 is 9 to hit. Which is a miss. So I will shoot him again. Okay, well that's gonna hit. That's 24. 1 from Colossal Layer, 10 from Sharpshooter, 6 from Slingstone, for a total of 17 damage. And the Hellhound explodes behind you. We're alive! Thea, you come to a dead stop and fall flat. You feel very wobbly.
That was rough. I'm just gonna lay down here for a minute.
Just in time. Exactly. Adran, Varin is going to head over to the camp and start investigating the tents. Did you want to investigate the armor of the giants? Roll me a d6. Alright. Roll me quickly an Arcana check. If you have inspiration, you might be able to do it with advantage. Did I say Arcana? Or did I say Investigation? Because I don't remember. Anyone?
You said Arcana.
Okay, thank you. Looking at the gemstones, it's clear now that they have been fused into the armor after the armor was created. It looks like it was done with very carefully applied heat at very precise points. The gemstone itself is conducting magic, raw magical energy, into the armor. The crystal that you're examining is structurally different, but similar to a crystal you've seen before. And it's about that point that the gemstones pulse, flash, and I'm on the wrong way there. No, not the heartstone. The heartstone is shaped like a heart. These crystals are very very different from the heartstone. The corpses of the giants are gone, both of them. Not heartstone. A different crystal that we have. That Nanny Agatha had us take or reclaim for her. Varin comes back.
I remember which stone you're talking about. I just can't remember what it's called.
We don't know what it was called. We just thought it was a crystal. Would you like to pull it out and examine it? Please give me an Arcana check. Thea, are you going to have Del rejoin us?
Are we moving stuff around right now?
We don't have to, but you can if you so wish. Might be important. It's very.
He's probably gonna.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, actually, he's just gonna come down, Jordan. Thea's gonna collect the wand from the Revenant, the torch that she dropped. As well as he's gonna
roll me a d6. Unfortunately, when you get to it, it seems that when the Revenant fell the second time, or in the process of being burnt by firebolt, it looks like the wand was broken. Possibly broken, or possibly snapped from being landed on. In either case, it's broken.
Right?
Sorry?
Oh, okay.
It is unusable. Adran with a 9, you know it conducts power. You've seen it do that. But you're kind of drawing a blank. You can attempt one more Arcana check if you so wish. Or, during the short rest that we're probably about to take, you could spend that time meditating on it. Still not. Wait, what am I looking at? Okay, investigation. Varin comes from the. Sorry, give me 1 second. There we go. Ooh, okay. Varin comes back from the tents, both the very large tents and also the ramshackle ones. So, it looks like the trail that we followed to get here was not the trail of those who set up the tents. If I had to guess, they were some form of a patrol that met up with a group that was here already. I didn't find any diamonds except for this one. Varin holds up a diamond that looks about half the size of a slingstone. Not terribly useful. Sorry?
No.
What?
I don't know. It sounds like a big diamond to me, but
Half the size of a sling stone sounds like a big one to you?
relatively speaking, for diamonds, yeah.
Suffice to say, it's not a very high quality one. Or high value one. Arcana check 13. It's difficult to tell. It grind it up and you got diamond dust. I mean, yeah, I can do that. But it's the only one I've been able to find. It might produce enough diamond dust for just, one casting of non-detection. And you should not be concentrating anymore, Adran. Adran, it's difficult to tell. You've seen the crystal conduct power, but you're not drawing much from what you're examining. Since we're probably about to spend a short rest, you could spend that short rest meditating on it. Okay. Go ahead and take the concentration marker off of yourself. Is Del going to cast any spells to help us heal?
Working on it.
Okay. As you examine your various spell options. One action to cast, range 30 feet, any number of creatures within range. Okay, so for the next minute, that is 1 minute,
In fact,
6 seconds around, 60 seconds means 10 rounds. What were you going to say?
well, I was gonna say, if I cast that, would that apply towards like taking a short rest
Yes.
and recovering hit points from that?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, those affected by Beacon of Hope, when they roll, let's say someone wants to roll a hit dice, that hit dice is going to be treated as maximum, so you won't even have to roll it, just expend one, if that makes sense. Because you recover the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. Doesn't matter the source. And I'm having a slowdown on my end. So is that what Del's going to cast?
I think so. I'm looking over for any better options, but I think so.
Alternatively, he could use this spell and hand out various medicinal plants. I don't remember exactly what he has in his inventory. And I know you're still looking for spells. That's okay, because I'm still trying to load a character sheet.
I think all he has is one. Either he has 2d4 plus 2 mudroom roots, or that's how much it heals. I'm not sure.
Go to your core page, and you'll find your how many plants you have there.
That would be 0.
Okay, hang on. Let me look at your character sheet. You have 37 talon saps.
Sorry.
19 mudworm roots. Okay.
They're in a different spot than I thought they'd be. I thought they'd be in the equipment section, not up there in the abilities and whatnot. That's my mistake.
They're in your resources. What do you mean abilities?
Well, I don't know. I misread it. I misinterpreted it.
No worries. Weird. Without your shield, you didn't get hit. Utility belt? I'm not sure I understand the comment there.
So who actually... Sorry about the noise there.
Indeed. What was the question?
Who actually needs healing besides Dell? Varin, I can't tell it. Or Adran, I can't tell.
Varin has
Adran
88
that.
hit points. Adran is full health. Adran did not get hit at all.
That's basically what I was saying. Is I didn't use my shield this round, and I didn't get hit at all, which was actually surprising.
Yeah.
Because I usually take a hit.
Yep.
But
Sam over there needs a utility belt to put all this.
I assume you mean Thía or Dell.
Or Dell, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, Dell's going to be taking a fair amount of talent sap himself, I think.
So for Talon Sap, that recovers 44 plus 4. So with Beacon of Hope activated, if that's what you're going to do, that's 20 hit points per Talon Sap.
Yeah, so probably actually just one for him, but... Yeah, I was going to give Varin both 1 Talon Sap and 1 Mudworm Root, which should be a total of 30 points worth of health. From 88, that should have put you up to 18.
118. So I'm still 4 hit points short. So I will spend 1 hit dice to get back 11 more hit points and be up to full. Alright. Adran did not get hurt. Dell is healing himself. Adran. Oh, and don't forget Thía. Thía is hurt. Uh, 6 hit points are missing on Thía.
Yeah,
Adran,
dice.
as you meditate on this crystal, and I don't have my notes near me, darn it. Let me see if I have it over here. Okay. This crystal is drawing ambient arcane energy into itself and storing it within its crystalline matrix. And you recall from the instructions for the Hearthstone artifact that in the absence of proper casters, let me take a look here. Not there. Let's try here. Nope. Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay. This crystal naturally bends the weave of magic into its own crystalline matrix. This power can then be drawn back out and applied. Given the clues from the chamber that we took the Hearthstone artifact from, and how you saw this crystal being used by Nanny Agatha, this crystal can be used to power artifacts in place of sufficiently powerful casters. In the case of the, for lack of a better term, power crystals applied to the giant's armor, it's possible that they might make mundane items magical. From what you saw of the crystal that was in the crystals that were bonded to the armor, one would need to know, one would need to have the ability to forge it, and in order to combine the crystal with an item. Does that make sense? So, in a more mechanically in a more mechanical direction. If you were to forge this crystal to a mundane item, you would turn the mundane item into a magical item. Possibly be able to store the constructs of spell weaving, magic weaving, and possibly treat it more like a ring of spell storing. To do so would require applicable tools. You wouldn't just be able to like hold up for example, you would not be able to just hold up a sword, touch the crystal to the sword, and boom, it's a magic item. You would need to actually physically bond the crystal to the item. You saw an example of this with the Hearthstone artifact when we confronted Nanny Agatha and her hag companion. Yeah, okay. So, for lack of a better term, this might be considered either a magic crystal or power crystal. Okay? Varin did not find any diamonds except for that one little one, which later he can try and grind up into dust, among the camp. But there is... let me just... will this work? Okay, I don't think that told anyone, so let me do it over here. Focus pane. There is this small hole into the ground that the goblins had been massing at and yelling insults and jeers into. Notably, they weren't quite eager to go down inside. Do we want to go inside?
Sorry. Before we do that, I'm going to take another moment. I was going to try and recover arrows as well as check the various dead bodies for any kind of wood or anything like that that might be used for crafting later.
Okay. The goblins' gear is of significantly better quality than the goblins we've encountered previously. Not great, but significantly better than what we've encountered. Clearly been made and forged for their kind, and diminutive in our hands. And their armor bears sigils, as though, much like what you would brand an animal with to indicate ownership of it, but this has been applied to armor instead of flesh, as though they are marked as loyal to a certain clan or tribe or leader. But it's not done in the style or tongue of goblin. Adran would recognize it as being somewhat similar to some of the scroll work done on the giant's armor. You can recover half of any regular arrows shot. So how many regular arrows did you shoot, Thía? You started with, I believe, 20.
I was just about to say, I spent 5, so half rounding up or half rounding down?
Roll me a d6. On an even, we'll round up. On an odd, we'll round down. Okay, round up. So you shot 5 regular, so you recover 3. Adran, did you shoot any regular arrows? I'm pretty sure you did. 17. Okay. You can scrounge half of them. Roll me d6. On an even, we'll round up. On an odd, we'll round down.
You shot 17 arrows?
He gets 3 attacks per turn. Okay, so you recover 9 arrows. And Varin is going to just start recovering sling stones. Basically, this stone small enough? Yes. This stone small enough? No. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and add one bit of diamond dust to my character sheet. There we go. Adran, Varin goes over to... Varin goes over to the hole in the ground. Adran, there's a ladder carved into the side of this shaft. I can't see the bottom. Del, come over here. You've got good eyes for the dark. And I keep opening the wrong one.
Nope. There we go.
What your elven eyes tell you?
My good elven eyes tell me, because...
Hey.
Oh, thanks, H.
So Del can see 120 feet with dark vision. The shaft that we're standing above goes straight down about 65 feet to what looks like to be a roughly smooth, as in clumsily carved, but ultimately smooth floor. They're taking... Okay, fine, take an inspiration point. There are the equivalent of ladder rungs carved into the side of this shaft. However, Del can give me a perception check at disadvantage. I mean, it's a ladder and a straight down tunnel. It does look like there might be a few ledges that aren't meant to be ladder rungs. They don't go down in the same pattern. Kind of like small niches.
Yeah. But any wood around us, or any kind of wood, like, you mean just kind of crummy wood that the goblins and giants might have been carrying?
There's no giants left here. The corpses vanished. I did mention that.
I didn't realize even the dead ones did that. I didn't realize the dead ones did that.
It happened right as Adran was examining the crystals embedded in the armor, or forged onto the armor.
Okay. But anyways.
Yeah.
Basically, I just want to look for something I can light on fire. That's all the qualifier I need.
There was the torch that you dropped.
I already picked that back up.
Okay.
I'm looking for something disposable that can be lit on fire. I'll put it that way.
Okay. I mean, cloth. Could tie that to a stone.
Okay. I'll do that, and then I'll ask Adran to light that on fire with his magic.
And Adran, you can also give me an investigation check at disadvantage, if you please. Okay, that's a pretty good roll. We elves haven't really done anything like this, but we've seen a few examples since coming out here and exploring the desert. This might be a mine.
Well, I'll clarify. Is Adran willing to light the cloth on fire for me?
Adran, are you willing? I think Del even has a cantrip that can do it.
Oh, does he?
I'm checking.
Gain some nice guidance.
Thaumaturgy, maybe?
Yeah, that'd probably work, right?
No, thaumaturgy would not work. But I can see that Adran just points and the cloth is burning.
So after that, I'm just gonna drop the burning cloth down the hole.
It's a very small flame, and it drops quickly thanks to the stone. With the wind and the distance, the flame probably gives out around halfway down, but it's enough to see that the ladder does go down, and there is what looks to be a tunnel at the end of the shaft.
How deep did it seem? Just roughly, ballpark.
I already mentioned about 65 feet.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Without dark vision, Dell's the only one who can see down that far. Everyone else only has 60 feet dark vision.
Yeah.
As far as the mine shaft for gems, as you asked, Adran, mine shaft for mine shaft. Exactly. A mine for gems, a mine for precious stones, maybe even a mine for crystals that might weave magic. Or possibly, given the fact that these goblins and giants seem to be here to raid it, because this power crystal. Given the fact that this hole is so small, there's no way the giants would have been able to fit, which might be a good reason why they brought such small goblins. And diamonds are a valuable magical resource. If you wish to go down, you can bring crutches. However, this is a medium-sized shaft, so crutches would progress at half speed, and would have, I believe, disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Because basically he's squeezing into a space that is, just barely too small, just barely large enough for him to fit. Does that make sense? And I will say that, given how tight this is, there's no way you're going to be able to ride crutches while crutches squeezes through. Adran's thinking. Okay, so you're going to leave crutches behind. Considering what happened this morning, do we want to restrain him from trying to web up the mules and suck their blood? Their body fluids? Well, no, he has the mules for company, but that's kind of the problem.
He has the mules for company. For now.
Until he eats them. We could tie him to the wall with a piton and some rope.
Just hobble them roughly 60 feet apart.
You're going to stay behind, Adran? You're not going to go down with us? Because if we hobble the spider and leave it, tied to the wall or of this canyon or something, and leave a bunch of the goblin corpses with it, I imagine it'll be satisfied. And that way you can come with us. Alright, so I'm going to grab crutches from you for a second. So, right about there-ish. Pile the dead bodies around him. Like, here, have a lot of snacks. And where do we want to leave the mules so they don't get included as part of the menu? Alright, go ahead and place them over there, Thía or Dell. Adran, what do you want our order of descent to be? Who goes in first? or to quote, or to paraphrase, who goes down the creepy dark tunnel first?
I'll go. Says Thea.
Thank you, Adran. National Museum. No, National Treasure. Excuse me. So Thea is offering to go first. Adran will take the rear because he's the slowest. Alright, so who goes right after Thea?
Should keep Del as close towards the back as is reasonable.
Okay, so Thea, Varin, Del, Adran. Do I have that right? Thank you, Adran. Okay, give me 1 second to arrange this then.
Del's like, are you sure I shouldn't just stay up here with the animals?
Adran, it's your call. Do you want Del to... Your foot hurts. Adran, it's your call. Do you want Del to go with us or stay up here with the animals? Del's going to stay with the animals. I will just ask one question. Are you sure?
I was kind of joking, but... Yeah, I was kind of joking.
Well then, so Adran is basically offering Del the chance to stay with the animals if he so wishes. Does Del take him up on that offer? Or would Del rather stay with us three? Make up your mind.
I think it'd be better if I went with you. I was just joking.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Well, Del could loan you one of the staves. Yeah. I don't think you can use it unless you
the staff
attune to
of
it.
Healing.
Well, he won't be able to use it except as a crutch. Staff of Healing and Bone Staff of Paralysis, don't they both require attunement?
I will double check, but I believe so.
Okay, you double check. Because my system's going slow on my end. Rude. Away from keyboard. Haha, I remember much
actually,
more
only the Staff of Healing does.
I'm sorry?
Maybe I should just give him the Staff of It said only the Staff of Healing requires attunement. So, how about Agent carry the Staff of Paralysis? Because if he needs it, at least he can use that one.
I did base the Bone Staff of Paralysis off of the Wand of Paralysis. So let me see if the Wand of Paralysis... Let me see if the wand requires attunement or not.
Yeah, all I can say is for the description here on the character sheet, at least, it does not say so.
Noted. I went too far. Might help if I pay attention to things like alphabetical order. Okay, so the Bone Staff of Paralysis does require attunement. Getting there, sorry everyone. I'm going to arrange us in the order of descent. To note, as Thea begins climbing down, what is Thea's passive perception?
$16.
Thank you. Wrong button. Come on. Work properly. Nope, that did not work properly. Del, where you are. Oh, there you are. Where you are. And finally, Adran, where are you? There you are. So Adran, while you're moving, you're basically stuck at half speed, and anytime you dash, you fall over. Okay. Almost there. Thank you, sir. There we go. I'm aware of the time, so we're not going to play very, very much longer. Unless you want to, but I don't know exactly what your tasks are for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's no specific time. It's more just I can't really sleep in until like 7 or 8, so it's I get to work very reasonable hours.
And Adrian's feeling sleepy. Noted, sir. Okay, so as we are starting down, Thea, you and Varin both hear giggling.
Like creepy, devilish child giggling, or big, disturbing. I can't think of a giggling that would not be creepy in this scenario, but
it's sniggering and giggling, possibly a little bit of drooling. I'm going to quickly explain what we're going to do. As I said, I'm aware, Adrian, you're starting to feel sleepy, and you've been a super trooper this game because I know you're not feeling 100% right now. And we've also had some technical issues. But that's on my end, not your guys. So I'm going to get us over to here just for a brief bit. And we're going to set things up for next gameplay session. And then we'll probably call it quits there. Okay?
Okie dokie.
And also, Thea should probably quickly review what her skulker feat makes her capable of, as well as anything else that's useful for dungeon delving. Especially things like, hiding.
Yep.
Rock and pool, it's nice and cool, so juicy, sweet.
And Varin looks up at Adrian. You're kind of creeping me out, and I have the face and body of a wolf right now. Okay, so we've finished moving to the battle map. Okay, so this is our arrangement. I'm going to have each of us go ahead and roll initiative.
My only wish to catch a fish so juicy, sweet.
Whoa! Varin with a 24. And Varin and I imagine Thea are both going to inform Del and Adran, who probably don't hear it, especially Adran, given the fact that he's singing, of the giggling that we're hearing. Thea, please also roll initiative for Del.
I'm working on it.
Thank you.
I just actually remembered to select the character token first.
Right? Thank you. Okay. So, we're entering... I'm going to explain this in brief. We are entering into an occupied mine, as evidenced by the fact that the goblins were rather reluctant to actually enter, and the fact that they were yelling insults down into it. So, when we come back to play next week, we're going to move, act, explore in initiative order. Exactly as, even if we're not fighting, as though we were in a fight. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, currently, we're at the top of a shaft. So these panels here are the walls. Okay? This is the actual shaft that we're climbing through. These white lines indicate the ladder rungs. And Del can see, now that we're actually in the shaft, let me get my tool to,
Juicy sweet seeds, juicy sweet.
Oh, I can move it. Fantastic. From Adran's current, that's in the snapshot corner. From Adran's current position, it is 65 feet to the bottom, to the floor. Which, you'll note that the shaft itself ends at 55 feet. So there's a 10-foot drop from the end of the shaft to the tunnel floor. Does that make sense? Okay. The ladder rungs stop at 30 feet from the shaft entrance. From there, it's about 35 feet to the floor, with no apparent ladder rungs. Okay? So, that is the setup, and also once we actually get down, unless someone lights a torch or uses a cantrip, we're going to be relying on dark vision, which means we see everything in shades of gray.
As if it were dim light.
Exactly. As though it were dim light and in shades of gray. So the shades of gray is a color thing, and dim light means disadvantage on visual perception checks. Agent's like, I'm going to get ready for some dancing lights. I imagine Tel is too. And that is where we're going to end for the night. I want to thank you both so much for playing, and I hope everyone had a good time watching. Adran, personally, I want to say thank you so much for playing. I know your throat's been bothering you, and way to keep in the game relying primarily on the chat. Good job, sir.
I've tried.
I know.
That was a nice Golem-esque voice.
And I'm going to stop recording.
Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thía, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time.
Bone Devil, Clay Golem, Glabrezu.
Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.